Life moves like these. And we waste a lot of that time doing nothing. I remember being a freshman in college. I'm now a junior. And I had big goals for what I wanted to do up until this point, and I haven't reached them yet because I was lazy. I kept making the excuse that I had all this schoolwork, had work, and you know, even though I'm not completely mad about where I'm at right now, it's just that I've wasted so much time doing a whole lot of nothing where I could be in a better position that I am right now if I was just not lazy, not wasting time, and not taking the time that I had for granted. And, I feel like in this life, who a lot of people do that, just everyone in general. We set our goals high and we don't reach them. We waste our times doing the most meaningless things. We waste our time doing things like playing video games, which is cool, but like, do you want to waste your time doing that the entire time when you had set goals for things that are like way more important in your life that you wanted to reach? So this video, I really wanted to, I really want to dive in on how much time we waste with our life and how life just keeps going on just in a straight line. And I just feel like we really need to find more ways to utilize our time better before our time is up. Actually, we don't even know when our time is up, which can be a little nerve-wracking when you're like really thinking about it, but you shouldn't think about it that way. We have so much to live for, and we just waste so much time just doing nothing. We can be getting money. We can be, I don't know, starting a business. But we spend too much time in our head thinking about the things about what we want to do instead of actually making the execution. Like what I'm doing right now, YouTube. I wanted to do YouTube for a while. I just never started. And now I'm starting. And, it's taking me a while to get some traction, but I know it's going to be like that. I mean, I just started. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just on go mode. And, I'm excited. I'm excited. And yeah, I don't want to waste any more time in my head just thinking about things that I want to do. I want to actually do them. I want to achieve my goals no matter how long it may take me to reach that goal. I'm going to work hard and just do it. And I want to touch upon other things like everyday tasks that we do. I want to touch upon things like jobs. It's just crazy how you work your little 9 to 5 every day, and it just feels like all right. Let me restart. You have your daily routine, right? You may wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, go to the gym after, sleep, and repeat. And those things happen. Though that's like like a lifestyle for you that happens over time. And it's just crazy how we have like these everyday tasks that we do, and it can feel like, and we're just so like content with that being normal. We just do the same things over and over and over again instead of reaching somewhere higher. We work our job, we get our little bag, and we may do like, I don't know, other things on our spare time, like, yeah, doing things like watching TV and just like relaxing at your home, because you get tired when you're working a 9 to 5 every day and just doing nothing, and then yeah, you just want to do nothing after. And you know we, I just feel like in this world we can just be doing so much more instead of just doing everyday tasks. Like we like the idea of being rich, being maybe in a luxurious apartment complex, and just we wanna be somewhere better in life, but we're stuck doing the same exact things every day instead of making changes to our life that could impact us later. And yeah, if you, yeah, that, yeah, like if you just make one change in your life, one change to your routine, that might even set you up for something greater later. And I've noticed that when I've started going to the gym, like almost 2 years ago, I've been pretty consistent. I've made a lot of progress. My goals were just become bigger. I was a little insecure about my weight and how I looked. I just wanted to get bigger, put on some muscle, and I did just that. And because of that, I started getting a lot of attention from people. Like, oh, like especially like my family and friends. They're like, oh, you got all big and strong. Oh, look at you. And I was just so proud of myself because I really wanted this for myself, and I got it. Now I'm at a pretty decent weight and physique, and I'm still going to the gym. I'm still not done. I still have a target goal for my weight and my overall physique. But that just goes to show you that you can do anything you put your mind to, right? Um, yeah, and if I didn't make that decision to go to the gym consistently, then I wouldn't look how I want to look. I'll still be loathing about not being at my being like just loathing about being insecure about my weight and whatnot, and not having my dream physique desire that I desire. But I did make that decision, and I've made a lot of progress, and I'm still learning. I still have big goals for what I want to look like and whatnot. But that really just goes to show you that you can put your mind put anything that you put your mind to, and if you just stop wasting time and just do the things that you want to do in life, then it can really be rewarding and more fulfilling, right? 'Cause life just keeps going, no matter what the situation is. Life is just gonna keep going. So why would we not dream big? Why would we not want more for ourselves? Life is just gonna keep moving and moving until the something happens, until the earth explodes, which is not gonna be anytime soon, maybe in like a trillion billion years. But life just keeps going. We have to just do the things that we want to do, make time for the things that we want to do, and be about it. Do it. Dream big. Go and just be on go mode and grind. Um, and another thing too, I'm thinking back in life when I was like a youngin, and I was I'm thinking back to when I was like 4 years old. I remember playing around with all my friends during that time in pre-K, having a good time, and it's crazy. Like that doesn't feel like such a long ago, but it was. I can think back to another time where I was in an argument with people in like my summer camp in like third grade, and that doesn't matter now. That was like a long time ago, and that's just in my memory. I can think back to when I was in middle school and when my friends threw water at me. I think it was by accident, but I got really upset and I started shouting. And then the whole like classroom looked at me. No, no, not the whole classroom. The whole lunchroom was looking at me. And then we was like a whole big thing. But that doesn't even matter anymore because it was in the past, right? Maybe a lot of people don't even people who were there don't even remember that moment anymore. But that just goes to show you that life is just gonna keep going. right? That was in the past. That already happened. Why would I care about that anymore? That was a long time ago, right? So another thing too, there are times where we just sit in our room, right? And we might be discouraged or upset about something that happened a couple days ago, right? You might have gotten in an argument with somebody, or you might have just been, I don't know, just you might have said something bad about them, or they might have said something bad about you, and you're thinking about that moment over and over again. And, you might feel bad about what has happened during that moment. And, you might have probably apologized to them after, but you're still thinking about that moment. You might have felt embarrassed about what you were feeling during that moment and not really doing anything about it. And there was a couple of days ago, and it's really weighing you down, but then you might see that person again. Like that, maybe like a couple of days later, you see that person again, and they're all good and they're all fine. And then you talk about how you were feeling in that moment, and you may apologize again, and then they're just like, "Oh, it's all good. I'm not even that mad about it anymore. It was in the past." And then you get this sense of relief, like, "Oh, I was in my head about it. It was just one moment. We got in a bag argument, and I'm overthinking too much, right?" And I do that a lot. Like maybe something like an argument or whatever. I'm thinking about it over and over again, and I'm just sitting in my room wasting time just thinking about it. I'm letting it weigh me down, and I'm letting it affect my entire day for the upcoming days. And that just goes to show um, that sometimes we spend too much time in our head too, just just like thinking about like the most bad things ever and letting them affect them, letting it affect us over a course of a couple of days. And you know we let things we let that happen to us. We let that um affect like our daily routine or whatever that we were doing. And it's just like it's just a waste of time, right? Like we spent all that time just doing completely nothing and just thinking about that time and letting it affect us. And when we could have been getting whatever that we needed to get done, but instead we sat there, we decided to be mad about it, we decided to let us affect our entire day. That's another thing too. You can't let your mood affect how your day goes either, right? Because like how I said before, life will move on. Life is not gonna wait for anyone. Life is just gonna keep going. Your life is just gonna keep moving, right? So sometimes you just need to not ignore it, but you need to address your emotions in a certain way so that it's not affecting your everyday life, right? And I can speak from experience. There has been times where I've let that happen and it's gotten me nowhere, right? So, yeah, life is just life is just gonna keep going, man. But it's also exciting too because you don't know what the future holds. You don't know what the future holds. Like what I'm doing with this channel now, maybe in a couple months from now, I can be at 100,000, which is probably unlikely, but I don't want to think that way. But I can probably be at 100,000 subscribers, and I can build a community which I'm aiming for, and I can be at the best moment of my life, just grinding, hustling, and yeah, it's exciting to think about the future, right? Because you know you can start right now. You can get started on whatever you want to do now. And you know that if you remain consistent and you remain diligent and you remain disciplined, that you can get there. But what's important is that you can't give up on yourself. No matter what, you cannot give up on yourself. If you give up on yourself, that'll be the end of you. That'll be the end of all the progress that you made. Giving up. I mean, right? We only have one life to live. We can't waste it. Right? We don't know what the future holds. So why not start now? Life just keeps going, man. Life is just gonna keep going. But it's what we decide to do today. It's what we decide to do today that will affect us tomorrow. Right? We have to keep going. We have to set our goals high. We need to remain disciplined. We need to push and just let go of anything that is holding us back. We just need to keep going and not let life weigh us down. That's the end of the video, guys. Life just moves in a straight line. That's it. Life just moves in a straight line. So you can ask yourself today, what do I want to do today that will set me up for the future later? What am I going to do today that will set me up later? Right? So, yeah, that's the end of the video. That's the end of the video. I'm looking forward to uploading more, growing more on this channel. And yeah, that's it. Subscribe for more, guys. I'll see you on the next one.